Okay, I'm going to share something unusual with you that might work, and if it doesn't work, it won't hurt. All you need for this is regular sesame oil and a whole bunch of Q-tips. And what you're going to do, this is called a sesame oil intranasal procedure. So what you're going to do is you're going to coat the inside of your nostrils with sesame oil. I tried to convince one of my kids to let me film them doing this, and they refused. So I'm going to do it. It feels kind of weird in the beginning, and some people like the smell, some don't. I love stir fry, so I like the smell. For that matter, if nothing else, it would be a good appetite stimulant if you like stir fry. This is something apparently that a particular family of doctors used in China during various epidemics, like the SARS epidemic a while back, and I guess it was a closely guarded family secret for a while, and from what I gather, it's also been used in Ayurvedic medicine, however you say that. I finally found a language it's harder to pronounce in English. Anyway, supposedly this is all it takes, and it has nothing to do with antiviral properties of sesame oil, which are, I believe, non-existent. It's more of a physical or a physiochemical thing. It has to do with surface tension. Using essential oils, mixing other oils would change the chemical properties of the sesame oil and would ruin it. So you can try this. I've been doing it since I read about it. Dr. Peter Ekman posted on it, and I'm going to put a link to that in the description below here. So anyways, it might look a little odd. What you do is you just stick the Q-tip, once you saturated this with sesame oil, up past the part where it starts to feel weird, but not so far that you're going to hurt yourself or accidentally drop this thing inside your skull. So stick it up in there, like I said, and you just spiral it around to coat the inside of your nostril. Doesn't that look fun? Now, I don't like to be unbalanced, so I'm going to do the other side. And if it seems strange to watch somebody stick something up their nose, well, I guess that's why none of my kids will do this for me. Again, you stick it up in there, and then just twirl it around like that, okay? No big deal, right? And again, in the description, I'll put down the link to Dr. Ekman's post on that, and you can read a little bit on it. And I still use a face mask when I have to go out. And we play a lot of traditional games up here since we're stuck inside. And this is the one, it was my idea to sew the ribbons all the way down. It wasn't a good idea because it comes underneath here, so the ribbons just, they don't hang like I wanted. But it has horses on it, and so that's all I care. Now I'm going to show a couple of other things that you can do that might help you, or that I can't guarantee any of this, but I can tell you that it won't hurt. Anyways, it's better to be safe than sorry. And wear whatever you have for a face mask. Whatever you have, something is better than nothing. There's a lot of argument over the size of droplets? Is it tiny droplets? Is it bigger droplets? That, and all that bullshit. And no one is ever gonna fucking agree on what's right or even the best thing to use. So just do what you can, and even if you think this sickness isn't a big deal, because a hell of a lot more people have died over this time period of influenza than those that have died of COVID-19. But a lot of people are scared. If you wear a face mask, at least you're going to make people feel more comfortable. You're going to make people think about things, maybe be more responsible. So, no matter what you believe, there's no real reason not to practice some kind of safety. So I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, so I wiped the excess sesame oil that I had there, and I made this harder for myself by turning the camera this way. Now, here's something else that you can do it on yourself, or you can have someone who you live with do it with you. This is just a real simple gua sha technique, and it works in the early stages of catching a cold or a flu. And so theoretically it should work in the early stages of contracting coronavirus too, in my opinion. But again, there's no guarantee. Now, you can use anything. This is my favorite gua sha scraper. I made this from a buffalo or a bison horn. Okay, but I have several others. Most people don't have gua sha tools, but most people do have something like this. As long as it's relatively narrow, right here, and smooth, then it will work. Now I'm going to have my daughter do this to herself. Go ahead and do that now. Now what you're going to do is scrape straight down. Your spine is right here. Here, let me try it. Okay, just go straight down several times, and if you don't have really greasy skin, then it helps to put a little oil on there. And then on here, and the same thing on the other side. Take this again. Okay, just go here. Come. Well, okay. Yeah, be difficult. Okay, so if you can see this here, she's going pretty much straight down on each side of her spine. Okay, from the base of the skull down, and then go down this way now. And then, yeah, that's not at all what I said. Go down. She knows how to do this because she teaches other kids how to do this in cold season, but she's being difficult. Okay, like this. So scrape down here, scrape down here. And you know that when you feel that you're first catching a cold or anything like that, okay, you feel it, you feel the tension back in here. And so scraping, as simple as that is, just scraping back here will get rid of a cold if you catch it in time. And so, like I said, theoretically, it might also work with this coronavirus, but there's no guarantee. Another thing that you can do is you can tap a person's back. Now, if I stand right behind her, you won't be able to see her. Okay, but I just wanted that out of the way. Okay, just, I guess this will work. Okay, just tap like this here on the back, and do that for a little while. It feels really good. It's relaxing. We have been doing this to each other today, and she did it on her cat. Even her cat liked it. And what this does, if you have mucus inside of your lungs here, that helps to dislodge the mucus. And so enables you to breathe better and to feel better. And apparently in some hospitals, nurses are doing that for their COVID-19 patients. And I think that's all that I wanted to put on here. And check out, like I said, check out Dr. Ekman's post from the description on here, because I think that's just a really interesting, it's an interesting possibility. And it wouldn't hurt to try that, in those times when you have to go out in public, just for a little extra protection.